Hello everyone. I have to kind of be quick about this whole thing because I have to leave for college here in like half an hour. So we have to do the weekly track roundup and the Dexter video right now, and here in about 3 hours I will also be giving you guys a squad builder for the bracket buster stuff. And then probably a recap video. There's a lot of stuff I gotta get done, so let's get into it. We have Dexter. We're gonna talk about the 6th episode of season 4. So inside Sacred Fellowship Church, Arthur Mitchell is leading a rendition of Are You Washed in the Blood? So he's trying to lead a normal life, obviously. He's been doing this for a while. This is normal for him, trying to live a normal life and be a pastor. Seem like those are the people you'll never doubt, and the people that you can trust the most is pastors, right? Priests, whatever. At home, Rita gives Dexter the cold shoulder and accuses him of taking too long to move out of his apartment. So they kind of need counseling or whatever. They need to work this through. Their relationship isn't getting off to a great start as a married couple, Yeah. So the next morning, Deborah wants a ride to the station to watch the interrogation of Nikki Wald. She wants to watch it go down. She wants to see signs because she believes that Nikki Wald shot her. And I'm going to kind of speed through this episode. This is a spoiler review. We do talk about what happens here. I kind of want to speed through this, not because I don't want to make a quality video. Most of these videos aren't very quality anyways. I'm not even editing them, whatever. But, yeah, So the victim of this bludgeoning, Earl Dorman, has been lying there for 2 days because the building was closed all weekend and the body was probably kind of decaying a little bit. And the killer picked the right spot to do it, and it's kind of interesting because throughout this episode we find why Arthur killed the way he killed, and just like the ice truck killer and the what's-his-face, just like all the other killers. Sorry about that noise. Just like all the killers, Dexter is doing kind of a case study on him. It's interesting to kind of look at his character, why he does what he does, that sort of thing. Arthur is in his garage with the door open, whistling Are You Washed in the Blood while he takes his hammer from a bucket of water and bleach and cheerfully cleanses it. Oh, all is right with the world. I'm a happy person. I'm perfect. I'm literally perfect. Until someone finds out what I do outside of my family life, I'm literally perfect. That's the thing. At the station, Deb is watching a live feed of Nikki Wald's interrogation, of course. Angel Batista walks into Maria LaGuerta's office, frustrated that he couldn't get Nikki to confess. She's like, no, I didn't do any of it, and they're obviously getting mad because they're starting to find some dead ends with the case. He's being transferred, you didn't want to leave on the wrong foot, yada, 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 yada. So at the marriage therapist's office, Rita is teary-eyed and Dexter fails to grasp what's upsetting her. What the hell is wrong with this woman? Obviously, women get very emotional at a certain time of the month. I'm not going to really mention it. I know it offends them a little bit, but it's not. It's more than that at this damn point. It really is. It's gone beyond that. Yeah. So back at work, Dexter is bludgeoning fake heads full of fake blood. That's obviously how they do the blood work and how they examine and try to figure out which murder weapon they use, which is really cool because I think they do that in real life. I've never really looked into that. I think that'd be a cool thing to research and kind of get first-hand experience of. Not because I want to bash people's heads in. I just think it's kind of cool. But Deb is sitting at her desk ignoring her ringing phone and reviewing the vacation murder files when Angel comes over to demand the files back. He wants to work on the case. He wants to get a little bit more done. He wants to contribute before he heads off. I don't know why my hair is fucking up like this, but it is what it is, and I can't even focus in the damn camera. Let me make this brighter so you guys can see my face better and whatnot. Yeah. She needs to go home. She's on leave. She's supposed to be dealing with a death and dealing with her emotions. At Dexter's house, Rita is washing dishes, obviously. He's trying to, talk to her. He's trying to, keep this relationship going because if he neglects, her being in anguish, it's not going to end well. At church, Arthur and his family are listening intently to the sermon, displaying what appears to be genuine affection for each other. I feel like this is all a ploy. I think we're going to find out later on in the season that Arthur's kind of doing this as a front to make him look like a good person. Could be wrong, though. This could all be a story. I think that would make for a really good plot twist. But, yeah. Christine Hill is at Quinn's apartment checking her email. Of course, they're in a relationship. They're kind of getting intimate with each other, yada, yada, yada. Dexter's in his lab looking at a flyer for Four Walls, One Heart, trying to think, what is this guy's motive? Why does he do what he does? Because it's kind of a toxic thing. He knows that he's the Trinity killer, but, or at least if he doesn't know, he has a lot of suspicion and knows, but like, I don't know. He's playing these tricks with this department. I mean, that does probably happen in like homicide and especially all the other departments. Like, some people want to just get the case closed before other people do. At a build site, Arthur is hammering a nail into the frame of a new house using his murder weapon, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why you wouldn't use a different hammer. Yeah, he's just out in the open with his life. He doesn't want to like raise any suspicions, even though people already know what he did. Some people did, anyway. Deb stands outside Nikki's holding cell, where Nikki is sitting cross-legged on her cot with her head in her hands, rocking back and forth, obviously going insane. She probably has withdrawals. I'm pretty sure she's like a crack addict. And Deb's only making it worse. These two are kind of going through a lot of shit, and Deb's going to put what happened to her onto Nikki because she thinks she killed... They're the vacation murders. It's crazy. I mean, there's 2 cases going on in this show at the same time for the first time probably in the entire series. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. In Deputy Chief Thomas Matthews' office, LaGuerta tells him she wants to be transferred out of homicide to public relations to go with Batista. She wants to take their relationship somewhere else. And I know I'm jumping around in storylines, but I don't want to literally word by word tell you what happens in this episode. Yeah. And Angel stays in homicide. He grants him the wish. Blah, blah, blah. Dexter comes home with a big bag of items. He's like trying to please his family. He's trying to like please them with cash in his hand, like that sort of thing. He's a money grab. And she's not... And she's like getting upset with him because he doesn't want to reveal his secrets. Like, let the man have some damn privacy. That's the thing. I'm not in a relationship, but that's the thing I would not like about a relationship. There is no privacy. I mean, yeah, let me hide some things from you. I don't want you to know about certain things about me. It's not like, it's not like with me, it's like the extreme case of being a serial killer, but still. I mean, the show's kind of exaggerating that to show that concept. I think they're doing a good job at it anyway. LaGuerta is lighting candles in her bedroom, clad in a satiny robe. They're celebrating him getting transferred back to homicide, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, in the lab, Dexter shares Masuka's computer screen and Arthur Mitchell's DNA profile. So Masuka is getting a big old lead on the case, and Dexter and Masuka kind of have some battles. And he doesn't want Masuka to beat him, obviously, so there's that. Dexter rushes to LaGuerta and hands her a hammer identical to the one Arthur used in the bludgeoning, just so he can get ahead of the charge. He's kind of monitoring. If someone decides to do something that moves forward with the case, then holy shit, this fucking article. Alright. Yeah, alright. Deb is at the station rolling her chair from one table to another, kind of going back and forth between people, informing them about stuff. In Matthew's office, Angel and LaGuerta are officially announcing the end of their relationship. And he's like, this is middle school bullshit. Keep it out of the damn office. You can be together, just don't put it in the workforce, the work spot, whatever. Dexter's at his apartment moving out the last of his stuff because Rita actually came around and gave him space for himself. So yeah, the Four Walls, One Heart van pulls up to Arthur's house and everybody exits to go home. They're obviously being transported in a van. It's like a charter. Yeah. Arthur insists they take their boots off before entering his house. They're going into his house because Dexter's pretending like he's bleeding so he can kind of examine his house, and very interesting interaction goes down. He likes how he is hiding in plain sight. They sit. Arthur bandages his wound. The ashes are out in the open. Dexter starts fidgeting with him. They have this interaction, blah, blah, blah. On the way out, Arthur gives Dexter a bag of tools, including the hammer. He gives them the hammer. So maybe he's trying to frame him for the kill. I don't know. Maybe he has the utter bit of suspicion that Dexter might know exactly what he does. At the next therapy session, Dexter says he wants to be part of his family and uses the jumping with both feet line. Of course. He's got to use a couple cliches to get back with the family. A bathroom door opens a crack, and his wife is sitting in the tub, and you kind of think, oh shit, he's gonna kill his wife. But apparently not. He doesn't. Deb and Dexter are drinking coffee at home in the kitchen. She's feeling better. She knows Nicky Walden killed Lundy. She kind of found peace with herself over that fact. Dexter longed for space. Is a pink and green shed in the backyard. Moves his stuff in there. He's got the air conditioner with his blood slide, so he's trying to be out in the open as well. And maybe not being seclusive is like the idea of this episode, because the idea of being a serial killer, most of the time, they're normal people. Like, that's the story with a serial killer. They appear to be normal people. But that's only something that these people want to paint them as, you know. And I think it's really interesting. So, I'm out.